You're not tuning in with BG from your mobile device, airways, or maybe even your TV. Yeah. The real, the fake, the money, the power, respect. Even tough tops that might just leave you upset. The old, the young, that talk out the side of their neck. What separates just being good from the best? I did what I did, so I really don't have no regrets. Maybe real estate, cause we got a lot to address. Giving people their flowers before they get put to rest. If we disagree, just know that I still want you blessed.
Hey, Dad.
What's up?
What we talking about?
Welcome back to BG. What we talking about? We got another goodie for you, dog. We going out west. We going out west, AFC
Going
West,
out
NFC
west.
West, and we might cover the AFC East because next week's show is the NFC East. As y'all know, I'm diehard Eagle. Y'all know he diehard Cowboy, and we might gonna be on here for a while talking about them. So we'll see what time permit, and we might tap into the AFC East on this show. But before we get started, man, first of all, how you doing, Smitty? My bad.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great, brother. How about you, man?
I'm not doing all right, man.
Well, what's wrong?
I got two things I want to talk about. Before we get into the AFC West and NFC West. Man, I posted 2 clips last week, man, and them 2 clips had me fighting for my life on social media. I'll go with the lesser one first. So I posted a clip, me and Smitty were, I don't even want to say being critical of Shador Sanders, but just we praised him a lot during that episode, and we just wanted to point out things we think he should work on, or things that we saw that we would like to see improve a little bit. And one thing we talked about was foot speed and his ability. His elusiveness was there. It's just we felt like it looked a little slow. And on that post, I got people in the comments that probably listened to maybe 15 seconds and just looked at it as, oh, they hating on Shador. Why black men gotta always tear down people? Why you can't just, whoa, watch the episode. All we doing is praising Shador. It's just we saw something that we want to see look a little different. But I won't just attack the negative. I will say one person put in the comments, he compared it to Steve McNair. Steve McNair and
I knew who he was talking about.
Steve McNair and Donovan McNabb, and was like, they weren't fast either, but they were elusive. And I was like, you know what? That's a good point. That's a great point. All I ask is that when you watch a video, just because you maybe don't agree, at least watch the whole video, take all the context, and then see what we really saying before you just say, "Oh, y'all stupid. Y'all know nothing. What are you talking about?
ADHD
Why he gotta
is
be
at an
fast?
all-time
You don't gotta be fast to be elite." We never said that. All we said was, man, he looked a little slower than we thought. That's all. My second point, man, the Joe Burrow situation. That would have me fighting for my life big time. They was shooting at me crazy. Smitty left me to fight for myself, but he was on the other side of the argument, so I understand why he left me to fight for myself. Understand that BG at no time said Joe Burrow's not great. Like, Joe Burrow's not an amazing quarterback. It's just the title elite I choose not to give to people until they prove to me on every stage that they can be elite. I just don't feel like his resume has screamed elite yet. It's screamed that he can play quarterback very well, and the Bengals have shortcomings. Their offensive line is bad. The defense is bad. But that's what franchise quarterbacks get paid to figure out. Guys tell me, well, if he gets sacked a million times, what are you supposed to do? Well, I thought that it's a quarterback's job to identify coverages, to identify where blitzes are coming from, to identify where they need to shift their lines. And elite quarterbacks do that. I'm not saying every time it's Joe Burrow's fault, but you're not going to tell me that every time it's the offensive line's fault as well. I just choose to use the elite word when warranted. I think he's an elite level talent. I think he's an elite passer, but just elite quarterback, I can't give him that title yet because I've seen what elite quarterbacking can do when faced with adversity. That's all I'm saying. I just choose not to use the word elite. But this is not PG saying that Joe Burrow's not amazing. He's great, y'all. Please don't slander me because I don't want to say elite. We can have differences of opinion without disrespecting people. A lot of people got in my comments talking about some, you don't know, sell all your podcast equipment, get out from in front of the camera. You don't know nothing about football. Why? Because I disagree with you and you disagree with me. Why we can't have opinions? I don't understand. Y'all turn on ESPN every day, and I'm sure you don't agree every time. You turn on FS1 every day, and I'm sure you don't agree every time. Come on, y'all. It's an opinion. I get it. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got them. We don't have to agree, but we also ain't got to disrespect each other when we don't agree. I hate that. I just hate that. You get these keyboard warriors that get in my comments, and I'm gonna talk to y'all.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna disrespect y'all. Please understand. I'm not gonna disrespect y'all, but I'm gonna give my point. If you don't agree, you don't agree. It is what it is. I just wanted to get that off my chest because last week was brutal, dog. They was
BG
at
went
my
through it
neck, dog.
all week. BG went through it all week, y'all. But I'm gonna before we get it, because I don't want to spend too much time on it. I'm gonna just capitalize on your point. If you saying Joe Burrows, so they can, if you're saying Joe Burrows isn't elite, or you feel like you can't put him in the elite category, are we sure we could put Lamar Jackson in the elite category?
I'm not sure. I choose to because I think that he has individually his name individually on paper with his resume looks so much better than Joe Burrow's. In my opinion. My opinion. Not saying that my opinion is right. It's just I gave Lamar that nod because at least he got some individual stuff to stand on. You tell me how bad Burrow's defense is and all of this and the historically bad defense. I get that. All right, well, show me that you could be the man then. At no point has he ever been considered the best quarterback in the league. There's been times where Lamar Jackson not only was considered the best quarterback, but the best player. There's times that happened. Joe Burrow's not done that even one time yet. Not one time, Smitty. That's all I'm saying. At least let him earn something before I start saying he's elite level talent, elite categories within his attributes. He has elite categories. There's a lot of elite things he does, but just the overall title of elite, I just can't do it yet. I just can't do it yet.
So in boxing they say styles make fights, right?
Mhm.
The kryptonite for Lamar Jackson has been something Joe Burrows has took down twice. Then the guy that we universally recognize as arguably probably the best quarterback in football and possibly the best quarterback of this generation, the 2020s. We'll say that part, 2020s era. Lamar and the Ravens can't seem to get past that man, but Joe Burrows has done it, if I'm not mistaken, twice, right?
No, he's done it one time.
He done it once. He got to the no. He got
They
to the
ca-
he
they
got to
called.
the Super Bowl off
Do you
him, right?
realize? Do you realize they called Arrowhead Burrowhead, and his
Yeah.
record in Arrowhead is 1-2. Like his record there is 1-2, but they named it Burrowhead because of one game on a big stage. That was huge.
But
I'm
no
not
other
taking
quarterback's
away.
done it yet, though.
Nobody has beat Patrick Mahomes.
No. In Arrowhead and that big stage. Your man did it, but we're not saying Jalen's elite. We're saying he's a winner. Do I say he's top 10? You damn right. Do I say, what was it, 2 years ago? He had a top 2 player season where you could argue he was one of the best 2 quarterbacks in the year. That year y'all lost to Mahomes, actually. But we're not going to say he's elite. He's a damn sure winner, though. You put the right things around him, he knows how to use each player to the best of their abilities and capitalize off it. But I've seen Joe Burrows also do the same thing. It's just they happen to both be in the same conference. So it wasn't a Super Bowl win. It was the championship win for their conference, though. It was the Super Bowl for their conference. I seen him do it, too, though.
You seen him beat the elite guy, right?
Yeah.
And
And he
then
outplayed him, too. He did what
once he
Jalen did. He
beat him,
outplayed him.
once he beat him and
He,
achieved this super goal,
he
then
lost to
lost.
arguably the best team in the last fight. The Rams put together a team. That was a dream team. Remember how y'all called yourselves the dream team when y'all had Vince Young, all them guys? That was the real dream team. They were the real dream team, the Rams.
You think
Who
that
on
Rams team
your
was? You think the Rams was better than
who
our
on
last
that
year?
Rams defensive line? Who on that defensive line was better than Aaron Donald? Better than prime Aaron Donald, BG.
No, nobody. Who
Okay.
who on that entire roster was better than Saquon Barkley?
You can
I'll
argue
wait.
Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, you can argue.
They both
He
night.
that
Look.
they
Aaron
that
Donald in
year
his
and
prime.
Donald.
Aaron Donald in his prime was a 99 on Madden. I hate to take it to video games. He was a 99 on Madden. Saquon
Maybe
Barkley's a
should have been
99 on
100.
Madden. Saquon Barkley's a 99 on Madden. Saquon Barkley's a 99 on
Absolutely.
Madden. So
You're not gonna
therefore,
give me the disrespect, Saquon. I like laughing at Giants fans because I got a couple Giants homies that laugh at Cowboys, and then I always send them a picture of Saquon, and they don't respond back.
did you see they? Did you see they put a? Did you see they put a Saquon billboard outside the stadium?
Well,
Outside the
MetLife.
MetLife, yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
a
that.
Saquon.
I said the Giants, but the Giants might have made up for that with Jackson Dart because he looking good. But we gonna say that convo for later.
We'll see.
He, well, I know
We will
everybody
see.
praying on Jackson Dart's downfall because they wanted Shador in New York, but
I'm
you
not.
got to give
It's
him his
not that
credit.
I'm praying on Jackson Dart downfall, but I've seen quarterbacks look okay in the preseason before. I'm not sure if Jackson Dart can elevate that team. I think he's good. I think he.
I don't think
I don't think.
nobody's going to elevate them this year unless
Yeah,
he
that's
just
how.
pulls a cat out the hat out of
I
nowhere.
don't think they prepare. I don't think they prepared to be a contender. And when I say contender, I mean even in the playoff talk yet. I don't think Jackson Dart puts them there.
Not with our division,
Yeah,
unless
I don't
all
think
four
Jackson Dart puts.
teams happen to somehow break a record and make the playoffs. Now
Yeah, that ain't happen. That ain't happen.
that's what I'm
Not in the
saying.
NFC. Not in the NFC, man. Not in the NFC. All right, before we get to the AFC West and the NFC West, I just want to let y'all know that this episode of BG What We Talking About is brought to you by Ashley's Resume Service. Yes, Ashley'sResumeService.com. Resumes, cover letters, interview prep, anything you need. You get a consultation with every package you book. When you go on the website, as you book your consultation or your package that you want, make sure you type in WWTB to get 10% off of your package. Don't forget, AshleyResumeService.com. Hit it up. You need a job? I know you need a job. Holla at them. But let's get it on. Let's get it on. AFC, NFC, where we starting?
AFC. Let's go ahead to the monsters of that of the West Side, man.
Crazy enough, Smitty, I think the AFC West is going to be its most competitive that it's been in years.
They had 3 teams make the playoffs.
The Chiefs for the
Obvious. That shows.
last 8 years have pretty much won that division before it was time to even think about playing with your Christmas toys.
Yeah.
But this year, I really think this division is going to be a tight race, man. So I don't know where we've been starting with who we think is going to finish last. Even though I'm going to start with this team, saying they're going to finish last might be disrespectful. The Las Vegas Raiders.
It's not disrespectful because I mean, when you look at
I said when it's over, when it's all said and done, it might be disrespectful. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders finish second in this division. But I wouldn't be surprised if they finish fourth in this division as well. That's the crazy thing. I think this year the AFC West is going to be really highly contested.
they got Geno, they got a solid vet. I don't know if he's gonna lead them to the promised land. I don't see him. I mean, I can see them honestly competing for third, maybe because Geno's damn sure not better than Pat Mahomes. So we're not even going to put that conversation out there. He's not better than Justin Herbert, and you can argue maybe with Denver because of their quarterback situation. What was he, a rookie last year, right? So you could maybe argue he has some experience over him, but
I don't know if you can say he got experience over him. Let's be clear. Bo Nix played 400 years in college.
That's what I'm saying. That's about to say
Bo
he's
Nix is
29 coming in the league. Man,
the difference
they got
is
a team. I'm not gonna say they got a team. They got a solid veteran team. Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers. They got Geno. Like I said, they got the running back I wanted in Dallas, Ashton Genty. So, and I seen he had a highlight truck play yesterday. Looked good. Stiffed arm the mess out of one dude, then ran. Yeah, he stiff arm. It was I was like, golly, Ashton. Yeah, he still got Max Crosby.
One thing you said about Geno Smith is that he wasn't better than all these quarterbacks. But be clear, Geno Smith for the last 3 years has been very, very efficient. It's not always about is he more talented. He might not be more talented.
Gets the job done.
And he might not be more talented than any of those guys in that division, but he's efficient. He got a defense. Max Crosby going to anchor that Raiders defense. I ain't saying they're amazing, but Max Crosby going to anchor that Raiders defense. And now he got a run game. A run
And
game and a tight end
let's not forget
is who
that
quarterbacks tend to lean on when they don't have amazing receivers. And he doesn't have amazing receivers, but he got an amazing tight end and he got a really up and coming running back, man.
but he got an amazing
And
coach.
Raheem Morris.
He got an amazing coach, Pete Carroll. The way their team is developed, not developed, the way their team is designed, I'll say, because we have to see quarter way through the season. But the way their team is designed, that's the traditional Pete Carroll offense. I'm going to have a line. I'm going to run that ball with a power back, Ashton Genty. I'm going to have solid receivers, maybe not be the best receivers, but they'll be solid receivers that can get the job done, and we're going to play defense. He has that. He got himself, and he brought in Jamal Adams. I forgot about that. That's a solid bet if he can stay on the field for more than 8 games.
Yeah, I look for the Raiders to make it interesting in the AFC West. But when you say a typical Pete Carroll team, is typical Pete Carroll teams competing for Super Bowls in 2025? That type of football, you know, these older coaches tend to be stuck in that way of football. That's their way of football, and it's just, you know, that these analytic guys is coming in these coaching rooms now and saying, look, nah, if we spread things out, if we do this, like, it's Pete. Don't forget, Pete Carroll's the oldest coach in the NFL.
He
He's
is.
the oldest coach. Like,
He
he's
should
old.
be
Like,
commentating.
he's old.
He should be commentating.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I do think that they will be good because you got the continuity of Geno Smith and Pete Carroll together. And then I think it's just the Raiders' time to start making noise again in this division. Not saying win the division, but start making noise again in this division. People shouldn't, the Chiefs and the Broncos and the Chargers shouldn't go into Las Vegas or see Las Vegas on their schedule and just think of it as a win anymore, man. I look for good things from the Raiders this year.
I respect Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's a hell of a coach. You got to give it to him. Pete Carroll's teams over the last 5 years have not been, do you think them compete in Super Bowls? But you do think them compete in playoff games. Geno Smith in that last playoff game, I want to say when they played Minnesota, was it? When he was with Seattle? Not last year, but the year before. That was a competitive football game. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Pete Carroll the coach?
That was the year that Geno Smith led the league in completion percentage.
Yep, and that's what I'm saying. Got to give Pete Carroll's credit. I don't, like I said, don't see them competing for nothing higher than probably the 3rd spot in that division with Denver, because Bo Nix, like I said, even though he came in the league at 29 years old, he didn't literally come in the league at 29, y'all. So don't quote that. I'm just bidding. But he came in It's the 2nd year professionally. We know how that go for young quarterbacks in the NFL. They 2nd, 3rd year.
Give me your prediction up until the bye week at New England.
Toss. I'll say that's a swing game. That could go either way.
You gotta give me a win or loss.
I say win.
Versus the Chargers.
Loss.
At Washington.
Loss.
Versus Chicago.
They could win that game.
At Indianapolis.
They could win that game too.
Versus Tennessee.
That's a winnable. I'm gonna say loss because I like Tennessee's the little additions they've made.
And then at Kansas City.
Ass whooping. But they actually be having a number, but they still. I'm saying
it's a division game. It's a division game. So you right now, what you picking? You got them 3-7 going into their bye. I'm sorry. After 7 games, you have them 3-4 going into their bye.
That's not a bad record.
It's not terrible. That's not terrible. It ain't nothing to write home about, but it ain't terrible. And I think some of those games that you had as swing games, like that Tennessee game, obviously could go either way. That Indy game could go either way. That New England game could go either way. So I'm interested to see them Raiders. This year, man. I got 2 good homeboys. My homeboy Cruz, and my homeboy HB, dog. They diehard Raiders fans, and I do want some success for my dogs because they're my brothers, man.
My sister used to like the Raiders. She used to. She just was obsessed with California when she was younger.
They in Vegas now. On to the next team. Oh, man. I'll let you lead into this team since you guys on there.
You want to go to the Chargers? You ain't want to go. You ain't want to go to Denver. You wanted to go to the Chargers, huh?
Yeah, I want to go to the Chargers because I think Denver's better than the Chargers.
Oh, before I go in, you gotta address the elephant in the room, sir. Why do you feel that way? I'm gonna give you mine, but I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to express why do you feel Denver is better than the Chargers. And the Chargers just had a not great, but they had a very good season. 11 wins, 6 losses. John Harbaugh seemed to figure out that team on how to make Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert might have had one of his most effective years since he's been in the league.
Yes, he did. He finally got a coach. He finally got a coach. So I do love Justin Herbert. I love what I see out of Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, at some point,
At some point he got to win. That's why, you know what? Actually,
I ain't saying you gotta win a Super Bowl. See, that's what I think
you
people
gotta win
think.
a playoff
I think
game.
people think that when I say at some point you gotta do something. Justin Herbert's done a lot in his career.
Stat wise, and that's my guy.
No, at some point you gotta win.
You gotta win a playoff game. Yeah,
like, come on, dog. Seriously,
I agree. That's why I agree with you on this point, because the other day we was talking, me, you, and our fellow Charger fan. You told me Justin Herbert, you would say at this point is better than Dak. Now, anybody that watches this has nothing to do with the star on my hat, the star behind me. This has nothing to do with none of that. This right here is strictly off of me just being facing. BG didn't argue get with me off anybody that catches this that Dak is better than what I give him credit for. But but what I say this is you told me Herbert is better than him, right? But then this circles back to the Joe Burrow conversation where you said, I can't put you in the same table with these guys or ahead of other guys, and you have to win something that makes you elite, even individually, right? Mm-hmm. Then we fast forward to this is why you say you think my man from Denver, Bo Nix, has the better team, right? Dak Prescott has an all-pro under his resume. Dak Prescott has 2 playoff wins against 2 of the greatest quarterbacks. One against the GOAT. He sent the GOAT home and threw for 300 yards on that, man. He also sent Russell Wilson home before when Russell Wilson was at peak Russell Wilson. Dak, regardless that he hasn't been to an NFC championship game, Dak got 2 playoff wins in a 5-year span. Justin Herbert's been in the league 5 going on 6 years now. Dak Prescott going on 6 years had a playoff win. What we talking about, sir? Can you address the elephant in the room with those comments you made, though? I'm going to go back and talk about Herb and the Chargers and how I feel their season is and break their team down. But I just need you to get some clarity. What we talking about here? Because these were your statements for Joe Burrow, and then why it's hard for you to say he can sit at the same table with Pat Mahomes and Lamar and even Josh Allen. I think you put Josh Allen at that table, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, that's what you said. I wanted to make sure so that way you won't say I added people. But then you turned around 2 days ago when we had our convo leading up to this episode. Basically, we'll call it our boardroom meeting room to discuss them. You told me Herb better than Dak, and because going forward, you feel Dak we've seen his best days because he hasn't stayed healthy since the extension. I agree on that, but we can't move the goalposts for certain players, good brother. So can you please address the elephant in the room on that?
That's an easy answer for me. BG never said that back then Dak wasn't better than Herbert. I said today Justin Herbert's better than Dak Prescott. Don't tell me he put out the GOAT a long time ago. He got
he put out the GOAT 2 years ago.
I'm saying right now.
Yeah, he tried to do that. Say a long time ago was 2 years ago, right?
Right now, Justin Herbert's better than Dak Prescott. I'm saying right now.
Going into the 2025-26 season.
He has a better resume. His resume is better, but right now, I'm sorry, Dak Prescott.
So you saying right now, Dak Prescott can't sit at the table with Justin Herbert?
No, they can sit at the same table, but he still could be better. There's players that are better than other players, but they still in the same grouping.
All right, so you know what? We're going to say this, breaking down tiers for quarterbacks for another episode because I want to make sure we get there. But we definitely going to have to break this down and address this elephant in the room because you said he can sit at the table, but he's better. So, okay, we're going to address that. But I'm not going to keep going on too much about it. The Chargers, though, I think the Chargers can capitalize. Now, the reason I'm changing subjects, y'all, is because this is going to turn into a long form, flown out combo, and I don't want to cut into our time because when we do our NFC East special, trust and believe I'm coming hot, ready, and loaded. Pause. Because I want to make sure we can get all these divisions that we get. Fix that face. I said pause. I said pause, brother. So anyways, back to the Chargers. Justin Herbert, you my guy. BG will tell you that. That's why he said your guy. I done argued for you for the last 3 years, saying no, Herb's the next guy. Herb's about to be sitting at the table with Mahomes. At some point, bro, last year's playoff game was only 50% you. You had them 4 interceptions. I'll say 2 of them wasn't your fault. But the other 2, you can argue, was bad throws or you just didn't throw. You get to the right read. But at some point, BG, right, bro, you going to have to, what we talking about? You let's address the elephant in the room. You're going to have to start doing something. Even if all you win is the first playoff game and losing the second one, at least we can say, yo, he won a playoff game. It's just that second round he ran into Mahomes or Joe Burrows or Lamar. Then we can sit there and say, he ran into the better guy, the guy that's like, what's up, little bro? So we can't be too mad. But at some point, we can't keep talking about what you projected to be when you already at the halfway mark of a decade career. Quarterbacks are projected, especially in today's football, to play 10 or more years. You already at the halfway mark, bro, and don't have a playoff win on your resume.
Don't become T-Mac, Justin Herbert.
Ooh.
Don't become T-Mac. Because then you're gonna be doing interviews when you're 60 years old, telling us how you was better than Brady.
And ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
Hey man, if I had a Super Bowl coach like Brady did, then I would have did that. I ain't trying to hear that, man. Yeah, Justin Herbert, it's time to put up a shut up. It's time
and
to
you
put up
got
a shut
team. Don't get me wrong, Herb. You
That's
just
the thing.
lost
That's
your
the
best
thing.
offensive lineman.
People could complain about Burrow not having all these pieces all they want. Justin Herbert, you've had them.
You've had
receivers, you've had running backs, you had full of defensive players. Like, you've had a lot.
Don't get me wrong, you had some bonehead coaches, but at some point, an elite player can overcome a bonehead coach.
That's a fact.
So it's like you got Najee Harris this year, who they said should be ready for the season. You got Keenan Allen back. You got the other receiver, I forgot his name.
Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, Quentin Johnson. They even brought in Omari Hampton from North Carolina to be there with Najee.
And bum ass Jalen Reagor.
Yep. So shit. But I'm saying you got a nice stable of a 1-2 punch at running back. You got a solid veteran at receiver who you already have a rapport with. He knows how you throw. You know how he runs his route. I mean, Jay Herb, you didn't have the blow away stats last year, but you had a very effective season. Harbaugh likes to run the ball and play defense, so that takes a lot of pressure off you having to constantly sit back and sling the rock.
He has the perfect situation, I'm telling you, with a good running back and a coach who wants to run the ball more anyway, win the game on defense. When they're basically asking Justin Herbert to be a game manager, and he's so much more talented than a game manager, he should be able to do this. Like
they're not even asking him to drive the bus this time. Yeah, they saying just steer the wheel. They saying sit in the driver's seat, but steer the wheel. You don't have to completely drive that motherfucker. We got you a souped up kit to put in the engine. We got some pipes on some nice loud pipes for you. We got some 612s. We took it old school and got the 612s for you by getting you 2 good running backs. So I'm saying at some point the excuses got to stop. You my guy, Herb. You heard me coming into this. If you catch this, I said BG didn't had to argue with me because I was downplaying Dak so much to big up you, Herb. But even me, BG will tell you, as me as a fan, when I call you my favorite athlete, I hold you to a standard, bro. I go on Joel Embiid. So I go in on Joel Embiid. It's to the point where I got delusional Sixer fans talking about, oh, you had to be a Ben. No, I was never a Ben Simmons fan. I just hold this guy that we know is an MVP to a standard. I hold the Cowboys to a standard. Micah Parsons, I love you and I want you to get your money. We're going to talk about that next week. But at some point in time, I seen an interview with Emmitt Smith. He talked about how this ain't a new Jerry. Jerry been like this since the 90s. We just as a team chose to be leaders and say, we're going to exit out the distractions and we got to go out there and win. And they won 3 Super Bowls. So I hold all my guys accountable. My favorite boxers, I say, yo, I need to see y'all fight. I know you tell me you only fight for the money, baby, but at least give me one fight. You ain't got to give me 5, 6. Give me one. Herb, you my favorite quarterback. It's about time, bro. You got a good team. I know your offensive line took some hits this offseason. You'll get most of them except one back. So that means, and it happened in the preseason. So that means them guys that's going to replace him have time to get acclimated, learn the playbook, know what they got to do. Herb, I ain't telling you go out there and beat the sweet Patrick Mahomes. I ain't telling you to go out there and smack Lamar upside his head, kick Josh Allen to the curb. I ain't telling you to do all that. But I'm telling you, can you beat at least one of them? And can you win a playoff game?
We got the they got a late bye. They got a late bye week 12
Ooh,
schedule up into the bye. Kansas City
lost.
at home is at home, just so you know. Not
Lost.
in, okay. I just
Pat
wanted
Mahomes
you to know.
might come out on a revenge tour this year.
All right. So Vegas at Vegas
Win.
versus Denver.
Win. I think they beat
Uh,
Denver, bro.
at New York,
Which one?
the Giants. I'm sorry.
Win. I got that. I think they can pull that one out.
Versus
Pause.
Washington.
Loss.
At Miami.
Ooh, they brought in Minka. I still said, I'm gonna go loss. That Miami ain't a bad team. Like, they not a sweet team.
Indy versus Indy.
Win.
Versus Minnesota.
Win. I don't know if Sam Darnold could do what he did last year this year. No,
And
he's not
Minnesota
there.
doesn't
He
have
is
Sam
junior.
Darnold.
Minnesota got J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
I got to see McCarthy the first week. So if I base it off right now before the season starts, I'm going with Justin Herbert, the guy that I already seen put in work.
At Tennessee.
Win.
Versus Pittsburgh.
Loss. I think Aaron Rodgers and T.J. Watt and them.
And then at Jacksonville.
Sunshine. They got the battle with the two sunshines right there. I'm going to go win. Because I don't know what side of the ball Travis Hunter going to play. So if he on defense,
you got them
they
7-4.
strap some shit down.
Just letting you know.
Yeah,
You
I
got them 7-4.
They went 11-6 last year. The end of the season is where it gets tricky for the Chargers every year. They always start off, they do something good. Then end of the season, that's where it gets tricky. So I think up until they bye, they'll look good. Then after the bye is when it gets real.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see, man. It's time to put up a shut up, Justin Herbert, man. Not saying that your career is over if you don't win something this year, but man, I know they got to be getting a little impatient out there with them just saying, "Hey, we got this amazing, talented quarterback." Okay, now you gonna win? You gonna do something? On to the next team, man. I like this team out in Denver, dog. I really like this team out in Denver.
Hey, you gotta go ahead and speak on them because you said you had them better than the Chargers. So I need you to go start this one off.
I just think that watching them last year and seeing how they play, and Bo Nix obviously wasn't your typical rookie. Has a lot of experience in college. Man, they played well last year, and I don't see them taking a step back. Obviously, Bo Nix being a sophomore this year, they got tape on them. It'll be a little bit more difficult, but man, I like the direction that Denver's going in. They are tough defensive team.
They got arguably the best defense.
It's hard to go up there and play. It's hard to go up there and play in any type of weather at that elevation. I'm just saying, that's a tough out. Denver's a tough out every game, and they've been a tough out. They was a tough out all year last year.
They arguably got the guy that can argue and say he the best corner. People that know football know him and say yeah. But what's my man Patrick Surtain Jr.
Mm-hmm.
He can make an argument for that. Then they got what's my guy at? Zach Allen. He's decent.
Mm-hmm. Alex Singleton always a tackle. He's the tackle machine.
Yeah.
He's the tackle machine for the Eagles. And when he went out there, he was a tackle machine again.
They still got Cortland Sutton on the outside to help Bo Nix out.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in Marvin Mims.
When you look at their roster, it's not full of all pros, but they play well, dog. They play well together. I really like them.
They got a good offensive line. Garrett Boyles, my man Mike McGlinchey. They brought in Evan Ingram. They got J.K. Dobbins out there. We're going to see how that work out for them at running back.
I swear, Evan Ingram is like a number 1 tight end 1 year, a number 2 tight end the next year, number 1. Like 1 year he's amazing, the next year oh my goodness, he's so inconsistent, man. That's the only thing I don't like about Evan Ingram. It's like 1 year he'd be amazing, and the next year it's like, damn, what happened? So hopefully you have a good year. But I like Denver. I like Bo Nix's connection with Cortland Sutton. Overall, I think they just a solid team. I think they're a solid team, and that's why I got this division ending real close because I think the Chargers are really good. I think Denver's really good, and the Chiefs is the Chiefs. And then
Chiefs.
hopefully the Raiders got the pieces they needed to at least say, hey, we not little brother over here no more. Hey, we here too. I think this division gonna be good, dog. I think this division gonna be good. But
Let's talk about the revenge tour, man. He said he
we
coming
all
out.
know that and for the last 7-8 years, everything go through Arrowhead. Everything goes through Arrowhead. The Kansas City Chiefs. Oh wait, hold up. Before we go to the Chiefs, let me go to the Broncos schedule real quick. Let's go to their bye real quick. Up
Yeah,
until they
but
bye,
we was ready to get to the revenge tour
I
team.
apologize. They got a late bye as well. They got a bye week 12. So they got Tennessee versus Tennessee.
I give Denver that.
You get Denver to win. Indianapolis at Indy.
I give Denver that.
At the Chargers.
I get the Chargers that.
You did get the Chargers that when you did the Chargers schedule. Versus Cincinnati.
Cincy, Joey B.
At Philadelphia. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw that L up on the screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Denver that.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw that L up on the screen. Then you got the Jets versus the Jets.
Yeah, give me Denver.
Versus the Giants.
Give me Denver.
I don't even want to ask you this one. Versus the Dallas Cowgirls.
Give me CD Goat and then by 12. Maybe 14.
That's 4-4 through 8 weeks. At Houston.
Houston. I gotta go with the boy CJ.
Versus Vegas.
I give Denver that.
And then versus Kansas City.
Come on, man. My homeboy.
Damn. That's not a good look. That's 5-6 through 11 weeks. You got the Broncos looking bad, dog.
I mean, they can make a turnaround after the break. They got a little up and down schedule to start it off.
I don't know, dog.
Hey,
I don't know about
you keep getting in this damn camera, Essentials. I know you done seen some of my shit pop up on your screen.
Look, I'm mad that the Red Bull can got the Red Bull in the front where the lid is right here because I keep putting it on the screen, man.
Yeah, I know. That's why I kept catching that shit with Essential. I'm like, hold up, Essentials. You keep getting a damn camera time for me.
Well, as we know, man, everything in the AFC West is running through Arrowhead. So, on to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. Kansas City Chiefs.
Bad man.
Super Bowl last year. Had a down year. Like, I had a down year, but you was in the Super Bowl. It don't make sense.
Because I'm going to just say it for you. The Kansas City Chiefs teams early in the year had exposed what their weaknesses were. Their offensive line was iffy last year. Their playmakers outside of Travis Kelce weren't really, I wouldn't say the best, but they weren't really playing to what we normally see from Andy Reid playmaking players. The referees, certain calls, I'll say this, the referees did save them. But they had games like, I forgot the one team they called it pass interference, and people was in an uproar like, I was like, I can't do that because if that was CD Goat, I would have said, where's the pass interference? The dude pushed him while he was in the air, and the ball wasn't even all the way there yet. So I would have been like, no, where's my flag? It's like there's certain plays as a fan of the game, I look at it and say, if that was CD Goat, if that was we got Miles Sanders now. Miles Sanders or Jake Ferguson, or if that was Dak Prescott, would I be calling like, yo, where's the flag at? I would say that. So I look at it and say some of them calls, they were warranted. Now, a lot of them calls, though, the NFL, we get it. We know we know who bring the money in. We get it, baby. All of us watch all different sports, so we know what it is. We know who bring the money in, but at least don't make it so damn obvious. Like some of them calls were, it was like, wow. But I say that to say, a lot of them times in them games where it was coming out of them calls, the Chiefs' offense and defense were getting exposed for weaknesses. A lot of teams weren't able to capitalize on that, and weren't able to push them to the point where we're like, nah, bruh, we gonna take the refs out the game, and you gonna have to actually beat us now. Y'all had a complete team that could do that, and y'all showed it in the Super Bowl to where y'all took the refs out the game, and it got to the point where them glaring weaknesses and holes in in Kansas City's armor, It showed, and y'all exposed it and took off on it. But I say all that to say, I think Kansas City is coming back on a revenge tour. Pat Mahomes and them boys just
How do
got embarrassed,
how do you
throwing
how
on
do
their
you
ass.
come back on a revenge tour? You was in the Super Bowl.
You got your ass whooped when it
You
counts.
just gave me this long soliloquy about how the league, how we know how to beat the Chiefs, and the way to beat the Chiefs is to take the refs out of it. If that's
No,
what you look,
no.
if that's what you need to do to take the Chiefs down, is to take the refs out of it. You already behind, dog. I'm just be honest. If you worry
No,
about the receivers instead of the people on the field,
no. The refs helped them a lot, but they had glaring weaknesses and holes in their offensive line and with their not skill team, but skill players, skill position, running backs, receivers, all. And their defense was still good. They had a good
cut the
defense.
check. Cut the check, Duncan.
Hey Duncan, I like iced coffee. BG will tell you I'm an iced coffee fiend, man. You know, that's all you gotta do. I don't need the donuts or nothing. Just give me the iced coffee. It's the money too, but I'm just saying iced coffee.
Yeah,
But
need that part.
yeah,
You need
but
check.
yeah, they had holes in their armor. Y'all was just able to say our DBs are better than your receivers. Our linebackers contain your running back, and our defensive line will manhandle your offensive line. All the parts in the 18 that is had their holes, y'all was great at. Like I don't have a problem in it. I'm not
But
one
you
of them
can't.
delusional
But you
cowboy
can't.
fans looking for
But then
algorithm
you
all the
can't
time.
say. But then you can't say the blueprint is out because you got to have the players to be able to do it.
Exactly. That's
Go
what
with the Eagles.
everything. That's what everything.
Everybody can
The
say it.
blueprint can be out there, but if you don't have
But
the
you
people
don't
to,
got the players.
yeah,
If you ain't got the players, it don't matter. We can show. Look, that Super Bowl score. If every team in the league think they're gonna go in and play the
no,
Chiefs
hell no,
with
hell,
our game plan, you
you about to get
gonna
your
go
ass
rude
whooped
on.
by Patty
Yeah.
Mahomes. It's gonna be a quick. Fans gonna be like, let me turn this off because I'm saying that to say this, right? Everybody don't have the secondary Philly had last year. Everybody don't have the linebacker core that Philly had last year. Everybody don't have the defensive line that they had last year. Everybody doesn't have that. Philadelphia was great on all three levels on
I
defense.
can't wait to put this clip out. Like, did y'all hear Smitty? Smitty just
Hell,
praised the like that clip is going to be online with all his Cowboys gear on. Philadelphia had a better this. Philadelphia showed they was the best team. I love it, bro. Keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I gotta be real.
Go ahead.
Listen, I can't
Go
be
ahead.
biased all the time. I'm
Go
only
ahead.
biased on Twitter.
I
I'm
said
only biased on Twitter.
I apologize for interrupting you. Continue with your praise of the Eagles, man. Go ahead.
No, man. That Philadelphia had was great on all three levels. And Kansas City was only great at 1.5 levels on offense. The blueprint teams all year put the blueprint out on how to beat them. It's just everybody don't have the team. Y'all had not just the team, y'all had the discipline with your team. From everybody, they was disciplined. Some of them teams that lost because of the refs' late calls, had they been disciplined, they could have beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs
That's what
wouldn't have
I.
just had 2 losses last year.
That's what I always say, man. I hate when people tell me, "Ah, man, the Chiefs did this, the refs, they missed it." No, that's a part of football. Refs miss calls, refs make bad calls. I'm not stop not you, Smitty, not you, Smitty. I'm just saying, I don't like people downplaying as if, all right, well, the game is 60 minutes. You didn't play great football
One
for
call
60
don't
minutes.
determine 60 minutes.
That's what's like. I'm sorry. I don't like that narrative that people put out last year of the Chiefs got lucky. No, the Chiefs were just a more disciplined team when it mattered. Sorry, it was a couple bullshit calls.
Yeah, that's why I said
It
I
was a couple
started it
bullshit.
off by saying there was some bad calls the refs made, but it's sports. We see bad calls in every major league sport. It's a bit. I'm gonna just say it's a $1 billion entertainment industry where billionaires are leaving millions and billions on the table. If you think it's gonna be 100% fairness around the board, you done lost your damn cotton picking mind for anybody. They not doing it. But I say that to say this. There was also times where them refs made the right calls because me as a fan of my team, had my team been in that position, I'd have been looking for the ref to make that call like, yo, ref, where's the call at? So like BG said, you could not blame an hour of football on one call because if that game came down to that one call, that means what happened to other 59 minutes of that game when you could have been doing what you were supposed to do to where that one call wouldn't have made a damn difference.
The Chiefs are victims of success. When you
Yep.
are successful, whenever things look like hey, they rigged, or hey, the refs is on your side. That just comes with being successful. Fans and people that, excuse me, that don't like the Chiefs, non-Chiefs fans are gonna always feel that way because, like, damn, they always win. Oh, they always there. Oh, well, this year they only was always there because the refs made sure of it. That come with it, man. Luca get
Hey,
calls that everybody don't get. LeBron get calls that everybody don't get.
James Harden in his prime got away with so
It
much.
come with the territory. You just gotta, on the defensive side of the ball, you just gotta be more disciplined. You gotta realize that they are gonna get those superstar calls, that they are gonna get that best
It's
team in the
Pat
league calls.
Mahomes.
And we gotta defend differently. We gotta defend more disciplined.
Don't put yourself in position to where one call can determine the whole game. I get it. The
Exactly.
Chiefs are a great team. They have a future Hall of Famer, top 5 tight end in Travis Kelce, who still, even though he might be at near the end of his prime, is still a top 2 to 3 tight end in the league. And he's near the end of his prime.
We definitely doing a schedule, Mister Revenge Tour. Oh my goodness!
Week 1, Friday
Versus
night football.
versus the Chargers, you had the Chiefs winning.
Absolutely.
Then they played the Eagles
When they revenge tour, 2-0,
at the Giants,
3-0.
3-0. I'll give you. I'm not gonna argue your Eagles. This is my questions to you. Your opinion matters, Smitty. I'm not gonna tell you you don't know football.
Everybody's an opinionaire in my Denzel voice. Everybody's an opinionaire.
And now that we 3-0, Kansas City Chiefs. Now we play Baltimore in Arrowhead.
4-0. I don't trust Lamar and Baltimore against Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry. I love you, Lamar. Baltimore, what's up, dummies? I love y'all. But I just don't trust y'all against Patrick Mahomes.
I'm gonna just go with 5-0 because then they play Jacksonville. So I know you take
Sunshine. Get to the side.
All right. Now before the bye, things get interesting.
Okay.
You got them 5-0, 5 games.
Right.
4 more games till they bye.
Okay. I see they could possibly lose, but it depends on who.
Versus Detroit.
I see them losing that. I can see Jared Goff in Detroit because I think Detroit's defense will finally stay healthy this year. I think they could beat them.
Versus Vegas.
You just skip that team, BG.
Okay. 6-1. You got them 6-1. Then they play Jay Daniels and the Washington Commanders.
They're going to beat the shit out the Commanders. Y'all had y'all time. Y'all 50-year-olds had y'all best moments since y'all was in middle school.
They're going to spank the Commanders?
They're going to spank them. Where is that? In Orlando?
Nah.
Yeah, get that out. That's what I'm saying. If they was in Landover, it might be an interesting first half. But it's an Arrowhead. They getting whooped.
And then right before it gets nice and chilly, they got to go up to Buffalo.
You know what? I seen Josh Allen beat Mahomes. I'm sorry, Lamar, that I got to do this because it's like I'm throwing my brother, but I got to go off what I've seen. And for some reason, styles make fights, and that style with the Chiefs is not a good fight for Baltimore. But it's always been an interesting fight with Buffalo. I think Josh Allen's beating him, too. I'm going Josh Allen.
I definitely got Josh Allen beating him.
I got Josh Allen.
I think you underestimate in that window of Jacksonville, Detroit, Vegas, Washington, Buffalo in a 5-week span. Yes, they're way better than Jacksonville. Yes, they're way better than Vegas. But those 5 teams all back to back after Baltimore, I'm just saying.
So what they could possibly, if you want me to give you just the sports talk, I could possibly see them slipping up to one of them teams where we like, what? Did y'all just lose? And everybody looking at their tickets like, bruh, did y'all just lose? I can see it. But if you're asking me my opinion while you going down the list, I'm going to go on them.
All right. So before the bye, you got Kansas City starting off their season 6-2. We shall see. I think differently because I think that schedule, like at the end of the day, you got in your first 9 games, you got Chargers, Eagles, Ravens, Jacksonville, Detroit, Washington, Vegas, Buffalo. All of those teams have playoff aspirations. Not saying that the Chiefs aren't still one of the upper echelon teams in the league, but man, they're gonna have to bring their A game. They're gonna have to bring their A game for almost every one of them games. Maybe not the Giants, maybe not Jacksonville, but the rest of them teams, they're gonna have to bring it. They're gonna have to bring it because you look at a team like Vegas. Yes, they might not be, oh my goodness, but that's a division game, one, and they have a coach that's gonna have them prepared. That's all I'm saying. The schedule
We've
ain't the
seen
most.
Vegas beat them though. We've seen Vegas beat them though.
Yeah, I mean, it's division stuff, man. When it comes to division, you know how that go, man. Any given Sunday when it comes to division games. You ready to move down west, man? I don't think we get into the AFC East, man.
I don't think we
to the
gonna
AFC.
get some
It's
today.
cool though. It's cool though, because I really want to talk about this next team out the NFC. Because
Where
I
you want to
think
start? You want to start in the Bay?
you know
You
where
want to?
no. You ain't even gotta ask. We've been starting at the bottom of every division, and I'm starting at the bottom of this. A very
The Bay.
talented guy plays quarterback for this team and ain't never did nothing. I know y'all tired of BG telling people that you got to do something, but if I was an Arizona Cardinals fan
Ooh,
and Kyler Murray was my quarterback for the last, how many years he been quarterback and however many
shit,
years?
he came in like what, 17, 18?
It's been a while. He's been here for
Yeah.
a while. Smitty, is this now or never for Kyler Murray?
Man,
Like,
I'm gonna say this
are you
right.
still gonna build around Kyler Murray?
They won what? I think they won 8 games last year, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Yeah, they went 8-9. They went 8-9. San Fran had the worst record, but they was injury riddled last year. No
Yeah,
excuses.
that's
Injuries
why I didn't
happen.
start with San
But
Francisco, because we expect San Francisco to be better than they were last year.
yeah,
Come
they
on, let's
lost
be real.
McCaffrey, Bosa. They lost half their defense. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing with Arizona is like, yeah, I'm gonna click open them up. My thing with Arizona is this, right? At some point, like we said about Herbert, at some point, Kyler Murray is you gonna be that guy. Like I've seen you spank on Dallas. That's not like, ooh, every team has that moment where they beat on us. But you got help now. You got Marvin Harrison Jr., who had a decent last year. You have Trey McBride, who might not be the best tight end in the world, or not even in the top 3 or 4, but he's still a decent tight end to help. You're one of the most athletic quarterbacks out there. You got James Conner, who's a solid running back.
Always 1,000-yard rusher.
You have a guy that people recognized for a while was he the best safety in football on defense, Buda Baker.
Defensive line
They got
stored up now.
Josh
They got
Sweat.
Josh Sweat. They got
They
Josh Sweat
got
from us.
vet
They
like
got
Calais Campbell,
Calais Campbell.
Delvin
Like,
Tomlinson. Like, at some point, I got to see you do something to Kyler that makes me say, this guy was worth it. I can't sit there and go on Justin Herbert when we were just on the AFC side of y'all, coach. But then I'm giving you a pass, too. Kyler got to do something. Me personally, I think it's time to move on from Kyler. The only problem is they invested that money in him, and also they invested in getting him a receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr.
sounds like a story that I'm also seeing across America in Florida, down in Jacksonville. Damn, we gave this guy all this money, we invested in him, and all he's done his whole career is underachieve. Like they just say, Kyler Murray and Sunshine, what's the difference? Only one
One
is
can
just a
run,
little
one
bit.
can,
One's a little younger. Trevor Lawrence is a little younger, so
and the other
he
one can
got
run
time
his
to
ass
figure it
off.
out. And Kyler Murray can run his ass. He can create. Don't get me wrong. He makes something out of nothing more times than not. But it's like, bro, he, they always are bad. They've been bad for a while now. They've been bad for a while. The Cardinals been bad for a while, and they got the talent. Like you said, when you look at this roster, they look like they should be a lot better. And I look for them to be a lot better this year. It's put up a shut up time for me, for Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he won Rookie of the Year in 2019. He's been to 2 Pro Bowls. But
He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Good. But
There's
come
always a
on,
bump with certain players. Hey, I'm about to pull up the stats for you. We about to go through these.
Would you keep? And that's the thing. I think me questioning this is going to make the Kyler Murray fans say, "Dog, he did this. Look at all these yards. Look at these Pro Bowls. Look at this. Look at how much he run. Look how he create without nothing. Look at all this." I get it, and I'm not saying he's bad, but would you continue to build around a guy who has gotten you the same place over and over again, or worse? Like he is nothing more. Like a
He's
great
never had a
season.
4,000 passing yard season. And as fast as he is, he's never had 1,000 yard. He had an 800-yard season in 2020. If I'm not mistaken.
Huge. That's huge.
That's huge.
People put that 1,000-yard quarterback rusher. It makes you a rushing quarterback. But 850 make you a rushing quarterback
No, I'm
too.
saying
750 make you a running quarterback too.
But that was also his second year in the damn league.
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm saying
I
we
just
go
feel
off
like Kyler
last
Murray
year.
needs to do more.
Last year he played all season. He had a completion rate of 68.8, threw for
That's a good completion
3,800
percentage.
plus yards. He had 21 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. He was sacked 30 damn times though. That offensive line need to tighten up. He had a QB rating of 93 and a half.
Slow down. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. I know I said earlier that I understand that every sack is not on a quarterback as well as every sack is not on the offensive line. But I guarantee you, if we watch some Arizona Cardinals film, some of his sacks are him trying to hold on to the
No,
ball
he
longer
holds
to
the ball
create
too
stuff,
long.
to wait for stuff to happen and trying to create. Don't get me wrong. I love his ability to try to create. I love that. But we're not going to act like every sack is, oh, damn, the offensive line just was putrid. That's not a fact. With Kyler Murray causes a lot of his sacks.
He was supposed to be the next Russ.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. These smaller quarterbacks, man, it's difficult. I am a Kyler Murray fan. I do like him, but I think his size, no diddy, is just been a shortcoming for his success. I think his overall talent, he just fast. It's hard to. You ever chase a little kid around that got too much energy? That's Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Like that's Kyler Murray. You get tired of chasing him, and that's just what he do well. But dog, you got to win some. I ain't again, BG. Not saying that a Super Bowl makes you good. I'm not saying you got to win a Super Bowl, but if over and over again we just can't seem to win, but you're getting paid like a top 10 quarterback, I don't. We messed up. It's time to move on. Paid you like a top 10 quarterback, and you aren't able to give us top 10 quarterback production. It just is what it is. I hate it for him. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a job, but if I was an Arizona Cardinals fan, if I was Arizona Cardinals leadership, I'll be saying, you know what? Hey kid, Kyler, you are amazing. We are happy with the years that we had. We are happy that we built around you. We're glad that we gave you this chance. It just didn't work. I don't understand why that's a bad thing. It just didn't work here. We just saw Sam Darnold recreate his career because it just didn't work other places. It just didn't work
Yeah.
other places. But then he was able to rejuvenate it in Minnesota. Got a contract and is now a starting quarterback in the NFL again. That just may be what it is for Kyler Murray. Arizona wasn't built for him. It was built for him, but it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, that might be the truth. But we can move on to San Fran. They got an interesting quarterback situation themselves. Is this guy really the guy for them? Because there's an excuse last year. He had a lot of damn injuries. But like you say, BG, excuses are useless.
Excuses are useless, and I hate the 49ers, but
You hate the
they
Niners.
all was injured. Like they all was injured. I don't expect Patrick Mahomes to have been able. He would have been better than they would have been better than what their record was. But I don't think if Pat Mahomes was on that team with the amount of injuries that the Niners sustained, that he would have been able to drag them to the playoff show. I don't think so yet. They was injured from top to bottom. Even if you look at their depth chart now, damn near half their depth chart in the preseason got a Q next to it right now. Every
Yep.
single player got a damn Q next to it. They was injured bad last year. They had a lot of injuries last year, dog. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this on the screen. I can't believe this. I'm putting this on the screen when we put this episode out. Everybody on the Niners roster got a Q next to their name. They was just injured. So I won't say I don't like the people that think Brock Purdy is amazing, but I won't say, all right, he didn't show me nothing because last year the whole team was hurt. The whole team.
Yeah, damn right. Question. No, Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings. Shit, Jawan Jennings backup, Jacob Collins. You got the third string quarterback, Curtis Rourke. Got a
Smitty,
Q next to him.
Smitty, go down to the defense. The
Yeah,
defense
let's
worse than
go.
the offense with Qs. The defense worse.
Mikael Williams, Kevin Givens, Jordan Elliott, Nick Bosa, but that's always. They still got D. Winters and Fred Warner and Luke Gifford, but Renardo Green, Malik Mustafa,
1, 2, 3,
Lenore,
4.
and then they backups. It's like the
That's what I'm
injury
saying.
glut just rated their franchise.
There's only 4 players on their starting defense that don't have a Q next to their name. Out of 11 starters, there's only 4 that don't have a Q that are considered starters. Only 4. They need to
This
talk to
is
they medical staff. They medical staff got their hands full. They medical staff got their hands full. So I do still see the Niners being
they
good.
say they Brandon
It's San
Ayuk.
Francisco.
When you looked at their schedule, when they got their bye, because it says Brandon Ayuk, he's eyeing a week 6 return. Hopefully, that's what Shanahan said.
Ooh. We talked about the teams with late buys before.
Mm-hmm.
Having a late buy week 12.
Yeah.
The 49ers don't get a break till week 14.
Damn. They
Week
gonna need him back
14.
week 6. They needed a break early with all them injuries.
That's nasty. A week 14 bye for a team that's hampered with injuries is bad, man. But because it's the NFC West and who they gotta play, their schedule's not terrible. We at Seattle, at New Orleans, versus Arizona, versus Jacksonville, at Los Angeles Rams, at Tampa, versus Atlanta, at Houston, at New York Giants, versus the Rams, at Arizona, versus Carolina, at Cleveland. They don't have any, oh my God, y'all gonna be smoked,
But
man.
it's hard to give a real opinion on them because we
They-
don't know their health.
We don't know what they gonna be. Who gonna be playing?
That's why. So it's like you can say the schedule, but it's hard for me to do what I've been doing and go down and say, all
Yeah,
right, I got them,
and that's
because I
why
don't know who's gonna play
and
for them.
that's why I didn't even ask you. I didn't wait for win L for you on that schedule. I just wanted to read it out and say they're all winnable games, but they also could lose a lot of those games. There's nobody on that schedule that is going to kill them. So they need to. They gotta get healthy, man. Week 14 buys. Oh my God, that's just no.
It's nasty.
Oh my. No,
It's
the NFL
nasty.
used to end after week 17.
Yeah, and they
It
got
used to end
they
after week 17. They got a bye in week 14.
when we got the 2 bottom feeders. Well, I ain't gonna disrespect San Fran. Y'all got health issues. Holla at me when y'all healthy, then we'll talk. But let's talk about the 2 top dogs. You know, they're actually 2 teams that made a swap. Actually, in a lot of aspects for the team, you know, Seattle and LA. LA brought in Devontae Adams, which is a hell of a veteran pickup. And then Seattle came and stole Cooper Kupp from them, which could be a hell of a pickup if Cooper Kupp can actually stay healthy. When
It
he's
sounds like a hell of a pickup if you add them to the roster, but when you remove DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, it's like,
Yeah, that's a lot. They lost
it's like
Lockett's in
damn.
Tennessee, ain't he? Lockett's in Tennessee. DK's in Pittsburgh. They brought in Cooper Kupp, and
But they got Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think that's why they were fine with letting Tyler Lockett and
and
DK walk.
DK. And then they
Yeah,
brought in Sam Darnold basing off what he did last year and his 3-year contract. It's not even fully guaranteed. They could technically get rid of him if this year he doesn't pan out well for him. So they didn't really put a cap hold on themselves getting Sam Darnold in.
and not to mention I don't want to say they have their quarterback of the future, but they have 2 quarterbacks who are young. They got Drew Lock, and then they
Yep.
got Jalen Milroe. Like
Yep.
they got, it's
They
not like
drafted him,
okay,
yep.
we got an older quarterback that we want to believe in, but we're not sure. So we arrange his contract this way. But while we're figuring that out, we got 2 guys that we could be developing. We got 2 guys that could play in NFL, could start in NFL. Not saying Drew Lock's amazing, not saying Jalen Milroe's amazing, but over time they could become
They
NFL
could be,
quarterbacks. You saw what they
yep.
were in college. You saw
Yep.
what they were in college.
So
But
between the two,
I love Seattle's running game, though. I
I
love
do
Seattle's
too.
running game.
I
They
was about to
two-headed
ask you
monster, Chris
between the
Walker and Zach Charbonnet. I love. They are Detroit a lesser Detroit Lions. Like they have 2 very
yeah.
serviceable running backs.
I was gonna say between the two, the Rams and Seattle, who you pick? I think the Rams are the hands down the best team in that division.
Oh yeah,
On
I got the
paper.
Rams winning. I got the Rams winning. That's why I was ready to start talking about Seattle because I have the Rams winning.
Okay, I just wanted to know because Matt Stafford and Devontae Adams could be a hell of a combo.
It can be. It can be. Remember that Matt Stafford is a Super Bowl quarterback. Remember that Matt Stafford at one point was Joe Burrow, elite with a trash team, like elite level talent, but could never be elite. So with a receiver like Devontae, although he is aging, if they can develop a rapport. Look out, because you already know McVay gonna have that offensive playbook always.
Well, McVay one thing about him,
Their
that
offensive
offense gonna
playbook
be
will
crazy.
that playbook is going to be crazy. So
Let me look down. They still got Tyler Higbee. They still got how we even forget we talking Devontae. I forgot my main man, Puka Nakua.
Puka might be the second or third best route runner in the league.
Yeah.
And I would let people argue if he's one. I don't think he's one, but
Who's
he's
one?
one of the ones.
Who's
it used
one?
to be- it used to be Devontae, but I currently think CeeDee Lamb might be the best
Okay,
route
see,
runner.
go. Why you don't get that man last name? His mom and dad gonna be upset if they see this and see you keep calling that man Lamb. His name is Sedarius Goat, and you keep disrespecting that man. I don't pronounce no Eagles players' names wrong. Why are you pronouncing my man's name wrong, BG? That's crazy, man. Hey, CD, if you see this, I got your last name Goat, and I don't know why he keep disrespecting you saying Lamb. I apologize on behalf of the man of this show, my co-host. I apologize, good brother. I'm gonna make sure he says your name right. It's CD Goat, BG.
I look forward to the Los Angeles Rams winning this division. Yeah, I agree. I think Matthew Stafford, Puka Nakua, Devontae Adams to include Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams might be the most slept on
Running back.
back in
And
the
then
NFL.
don't forget who they got as a backup to him. They drafted Blake Corum out of Michigan. That's a good
Yep.
versatile running back that they can use for routes. And like we just gave Sean McVay his props from how he knows how to use offense. If Sean McVay still does it, Sean McVay, Blake Corum could be used as a slot receiver, honestly.
I don't give props to Michigan players. We are Penn State.
I know.
But
And they got Jimmy G as a backup, which ain't bad.
their defense gonna be all right too. Cam Curl was
Jared Verse, Florida State. Make sure you say Jared Verse first. That Jared Verse needs to be out there first. You saw that work he was putting in last season. He went to Florida State, brother.
He also talked crazy to my running back, and my running back and my team showed him, like, don't talk crazy to us. You could talk crazy and say you good, but don't talk about what you gonna do to us. Because when it was time to do something to us, you ain't do nothing. Granted, the Rams definitely did push us to the limit. But we made an example out of you. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth when you talking to the best running back in the league. Calm down. But the Rams will be good this year, man. I like the Rams to win that division. You want to go through their schedule real quick and see what they're gonna look like?
Yeah,
before
go down. Let's go down. Let's go down, man.
Early bye. You only talk about 4 games. 4 games.
Damn, they lucky. Now I'm gonna say
sorry,
this before
7 games.
I was about to say before we break that down, people confusing this with the buys. Late buys are not good, especially in football because of the injuries. But early buys are just as bad as late buys. When you get them teams that have 3 or 4 games in a bye, that is a terrible.
When the Eagles had a week 4 bye, I was sick to my stomach. I was mad. I said, dog, that's too early. I feel like the Rams have the perfect week for a bye. They got a bye week 8. That is the perfect week.
And that's the trade deadline week.
8, 9, and 10 are the perfect weeks for a bye for an NFL team. I would prefer a week 8 bye simply because I get 7 games under my belt and then I get to ramp up. After the bye week, now it's time to every game is a playoff game.
And that's when it starts getting cold in football. So the bones get to rest. You get to get your body an extra week to get used to being in the cold and practicing in it, depending on where you at.
They open up versus Houston.
That's a good one. That's a good job. Good job. Ooh. That's a good job.
That boy wasn't ready for that game, huh?
Yeah,
ready for that game.
No, I was thinking they had a tune-up game, as they call it, a tune-up.
They mess around and get tuned up. They're going to mess around and get tuned up.
I got to go with CJ on that one. I'm going to go CJ.
All right,
damn, so LA.
But it gets a little easier. They go to Tennessee.
I give them at LA.
Then it gets up. We got probably the one team that showed they maybe could have beat the Eagles last year in the playoffs. They go to Philly. In Philly, though. Remember, in Philly.
If it was in LA, I'd take LA, but I'm gonna go with Philly because they in the biddy. I'm gonna go with them. Y'all got to go down to the P. So I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
y'all going down to South Broad.
As much as I do think that Rams game will be good, I think that'll be the difference is the fact that we're at home. Then they play Indy. They play Indy in LA.
LA.
They play San Francisco in LA.
San Fran, I don't know what they stamp roster. I'm gonna go LA because I don't know
It's
who's
hard
playing.
to pick them Niners games, dog. Them Niners games
I
will
don't
be
know who's
weird as shit.
playing.
Yeah. Then they go to Baltimore.
Baltimore. The dummies and the yos gonna win.
But if anybody can score with Baltimore,
It's LA.
I would trust.
LA's the team that could put
I would
pressure on Lamar
trust
to be a quarterback.
Sean McVay's offense with Matthew Stafford leading it. I think I might trust them to be able to score, but I'm not thinking I'm picking the Rams over Baltimore in that game. But I wouldn't be
That's why I
surprised
said
if they put numbers up against
Sean
them.
McVay with Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford are the offense that could force Lamar when he's on offense to be a 100% quarterback, because it's either your ass about to make a 60-yard touchdown run like that highlight reel you did against Cincy a couple years ago, or your ass about to be out here dunk. You have to play quarterback, son, because Sean McVay's probably Sean McVay's actually the guy that started this new era for this damn analytics for offensive football.
Yep. He changed it. Well, no, he didn't start it. He didn't start it,
but he actually
I'm
was effective with it.
I'm gonna tell you who started it. And
Who started?
Stunk at it. Bum ass Chip Kelly when he came in.
Oh yeah,
He came and effed up my team.
Sean McVay started it. Sean McVay started. Chip Kelly, man, no. I thought you were gonna say somebody like Shanahan or something.
I hate that motherfucker. No, but we agree. We going Rams to win. I'm going Rams to win the West, NFC West. What about you?
Me too. Because I don't know about San Fran, what their health status is. We're still in week 2 of the preseason. So even though next week's the last week of the preseason, it's hard for me to still give it, because I'm like, we won't know when the Chiefs open the night on that Friday, first week, to know who's even damn playing for San Fran probably that weekend. So I can't even tell you the truth on them. As far as Seattle, I like them. They have a decent offense, but I don't know if I'm going to bet my marbles on Sam Darnold following up an MVP caliber season last year to coming out there and doing it. It's easy to look that good when you got Jetta, and then you got that off Jetta and Aaron Jones. But now you got to show you can do that out there in Seattle. So
I believe in you. I believe in you, but I do agree. I think we both agree the exact finishing point of the NFC West. The AFC, we betting against Patty, or oh no, you said revenge tour.
If revenge tour, Patty, he going on a revenge tour. So the NFL, y'all better watch out. But Patty, when Dallas got to see you, boy. You know, I can't wait to get our hands on you, Travis Kelce. That them touchdown dances you like doing, Kelce. We gonna hey BG, fix your face, man. But them touchdown dances you like doing, Kelce. We gonna see if you doing them touchdown dances this year. And you know what? I'm gonna speak on you, Jerry, later. I'm gonna speak on you when we do you next week. But for the players on the Cowboys, make sure y'all whoop that ass. Don't worry, Patty. I got you on a revenge.
Anybody that's been on this journey with us this month of covering the NFL and leading up to the season, you'll notice this is the 3rd episode of this, and he continuously brings up the Cowboys, and we still ain't did the NFC East. Make it make sense. I try not to bring up the Super Bowl champions. I try not to until it's time to talk about it.
The least talked about Super Bowl champions in the history of Super Bowl champions.
We talking about the Eagles?
Yes.
All right. I got a couple minutes. So the reason we're the least talked about Super Bowl champions is because we're not a fan base, nor are we a team that's dwelling on what we did in 24-25. We on to the next. We celebrated it. We don't even call ourselves defending champions because we're not defending anything. The thing that Lombardi we got in February is ours forever. Nobody's taking that. We're not defending that. We're going to get another one this year. That's the difference between my fan base and your fan base. That's all I'm saying. But man, we had a good time.
Hey, Mom, it's gonna be the greatest birthday gift for you, Mom, September 5th, when you have to wake up that morning and see that scoreboard from when the Cowboys whooped on the Eagles opening night. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the introduction for BG. For all y'all that love us, you like to sit there. This for all my NFC East fans. And if you're not an NFC East fan, you just a damn troll, or you a casual, or you a diehard sports fan. You don't give a shit about what division it is. You just want to talk sports. Me and BG doing something special for the NFC East, man. If you a Cowboy fan,
NFC and AFC. NFC and
Oh
AFC,
yeah, NFC and
unfortunately.
AFC.
We're
I'm
going to get to the
sorry to
AFC
the
quick.
AFC.
We're going to go through it quick.
I'm sorry to the AFC East. We kind of both probably agree on who the hell we got to win. We just unfortunately have to go through two of them other teams. There's only two teams in that division I probably really look at. One's in the cold and one's where everybody likes to go when it's cold. But yeah, speaking on the NFC, let's stay on top, right? I need a Commanders fan. Y'all delusional as hell because most of y'all 50 and haven't been happy since until last year. Y'all haven't been happy since y'all was in middle school. You're 50. Until last year, you hadn't been happy since you was in middle school. But anyways, I need y'all to come out. I need some Eagles fans because I like talking shit to y'all. Y'all, I just love you. I need some BG needs some backup. Giants fans, you can come, but I don't know if you want to show up because BG's probably gonna wear his Saquon Barkley jersey. So if you want to see that, show up.
I don't know. I've been debating if I want to go Saquon or if I want to go Super Bowl MVP. It's going to be one of them for sure.
Anyway,
One of them for sure.
Dallas Cowboy Nation. I need y'all, baby. Me and BG going live. This time it's not gonna be recorded.
Hold on.
live.
I got a question for you.
What's that?
You gonna pull up to the cave, or you want to go live?
I'm pulling up with the Lions because guess what, Jared? You know what? I'm gonna say that for next week. I gotta save my energy, Smitty. How Martin Lawrence said in Bad Boys, "Woosah, woosah." Jared, you got Jared. Ooh, Jerry, you better hope the algorithm for them next episode don't get popping because you're going to see it. But anyways, I need all fans of every team in the NFC specifically. But even if you just a fan of football, casual, troll, dour, you like to debate knowing you still wrong, but you just debate because that's your personality, Greg, anybody, show up, man, because me and BG, for once, we going to answer y'all questions. BG is probably going to brag about the Super Bowl because they're the least talked Super Bowl champions. Dallas, we going to stand tall, baby. We united, we stand. And when you let Eagles fans in, divided, we fall. But we going to show the Eagles how we stand tall. And no, I'm not from Arlington, Texas. But we going to stand tall.
That's the crazy part. This man ain't never been to Arlington.
Nope, I've been there, you know. It counts. They're in the same state, baby.
Not when the state that big. Hey, man, just like Smitty said, man, we're gonna be here next week. We going live next week, man. The NFL is it's gonna be back. It's back
I'm sorry,
already.
BG, cut you off.
But
AFC
next
East
season,
fans, I apologize for us next week cutting y'all short. But this
it ain't
really
gonna be short. We'll get them love.
It'll be
You know
15 minutes.
Every team will get a good 3 minutes.
Two and a half.
3 minutes.
For once, Smitty gonna have it not be able to talk because BG gonna ask, and I'm gonna say, "Huh? I'm sorry, AFC East, but this ain't about y'all next week. This is about the real kings of the East." Go ahead, BG.
That's a fact, man. Please don't forget to pull up next week. We're going live, man. We not. Somebody asked me if we was doing this show live. My homeboy hit me up yesterday because we were supposed to record yesterday.
I apologize. I had a prior arrangement and it exhausted me. And when I woke up, I said, "Damn, I'm hungry now." And I knew by the time I finished doing everything, BG was gonna be like, "Nickel, it's almost midnight." That's how he says it.
I was
BG,
up. I ain't
oh, damn. I don't have an excuse. I just straight out apologized.
I ain't go to sleep till like 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Oh, damn. I definitely just straight out apologized.
And I still woke up to do this, dog. No, you good. I'm just giving you shit, dog. But please pull back up next week, dog. Live. We'll be live. You want to do Sunday? We're doing Saturday. What you want to do?
Let's do Sunday, because Saturday's preseason. We might get to see some starters play a little longer next week. You never know. Last game of the preseason.
We'll see. All right, so y'all already know where to be at next week. Here, Sunday, we're going to be talking about the NFC East. We're going to be talking about the AFC East for about 5 seconds. But we're going to be here. You already know what it is. BG, what we talk about. Smitty, adjusting the elephant in the room. We out of here. Peace.